Welcome back to CBS Mornings. We have an update on yesterday's story about a bill to expand benefits for millions of injured veterans that was held up by Senate Republicans. Supporters cheered last night as the Senate approved the PACT Act, making it easier for vets to get treatment if they were exposed to toxic burn pits. Scott MacFarlane was there for the vote and the celebration.
Tears of joy outside the Capitol for veterans and their families, some of whom spent days and nights camped outside, along with advocate and former TV host Jon Stewart, to pressure senators to break through their stalemate. You think your group moved the senators?
I'll tell you they sure did.
Senators approved long-awaited legislation to expand medical benefits for potentially millions of service members exposed to burn pits in Iraq and Afghanistan and other toxins as far back as Vietnam. Veterans groups say they were blindsided last week when some Republicans blocked passage of the law in a procedural dispute over how to budget money for the tens of billions of dollars in costs.
The motion is agreed to.
A dispute senators resolved last night.
Finally, at long last, America lived up to its ideals by saying to our veterans who have been exposed to toxic chemicals from burn pits, we have your back.
Among those attending the vote, Susan Zier, whose son-in-law, Heath Robinson, died of lung cancer after returning from Iraq. What was Heath's experience like?
The first words out of the oncologist's mouth when he was giving him the diagnosis was, what the hell have you been exposed to?
President Biden celebrated the bill's passage from the White House. Zier says she expects to attend when Mr. Biden signs the bill into law, which he says he'll do when it reaches his desk. For CBS Mornings, I'm Scott MacFarlane in Washington, D.C.
When talking to Jon Stewart yesterday, I said, "How are you doing?" He said, "I'm exhausted." He said, "Tired, but we have to push on." And I know he was speaking for all of those veterans and their families that were going through this for years.
He's been advocating for this for 15 years. And the fact, though, that it takes someone with his platform to get something done with lawmakers,
let's call it what
exactly, is sort of troubling. That it should not be just this one person. All Americans could get behind something like this, but the fact that he's shown a spotlight on it for so many years is what pushed it over the finish line.